Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where I have been exchanging some lore with the Haradrim to find out why did they surrender. Hello. What know you of the Battle of the Fields of Gondor? Ye tell, Tungatum, of deeds of great and small on the Pelennor fields. Ye speak of the death of Theoden King, the triumph of your allies against the Witch King of Angmar, and of the sacrifices of the great warriors before the enemy's forces. The ranger spoke of a wraith garbed all in red, who thought himself protected from the weapons of war, yet he fled the field in fear. How can one who need not fear death be cowed before the enemy of Gondor? They cannot be so mighty. If the Dark Lord have such servants in his command, how lowly must we be in his sight? I hunger for battles with men of Gondor, and yet this is an ill-fated path for my people. We shall be used to the last, and what glory shall we have when all of us are gone? This battle must be ended, Pinelore. It must, if ever we are to return home in peace. All right. And then we have one more warrior here. You know of the great battle. Tell me what happened, I beg you. What of the men of Harad? Ye tell Thaishot of the black serpent's doom at the hands of Theoden King, and of the 3 Mumikil who had fell in their assault against the walls of Minas Tirith. So much death. If only we have abandoned the Dark Lord long ago. Cruel are the masters who sits behind black mountains and steep tower walls, feeling nothing as his soldiers are slaughtered. I no longer wish to be part of this war. I only wish to return to Harad. I have heard all that I can bear. Leave me. All right. Let's see. So we've got... Oh. Well, that's Mando. Where is Jubuya? Ah, yes, one who asked me to collect these stories and deliver stories and the like. I have waited patiently for you to tell them of the battle, and now I ask that you tell me of what you told them. You tell Jabuya of the battle on the Pelennor fields. You tell him of the shattering of the gates of Minas Tirith and of Grond. You tell him of the Witch King of Angmar and of Gothmog's flight. You tell him of the Black Serpent's death and of Theoden King who fell soon after. He listens attentively and bears a sad smile when the tale comes to an end. So my king and his sons are slain then. They would not have wished for death to find them any other way. Regardless of this war's outcome, much will change in my homeland. The lands of Harad are unforgiving, but beautiful. If ever there is peace between our peoples, or if you remain such a bold adventurer, I believe that you will feel at home in the wilds of Harad and among the warm winds of our deserts and jungles. If there were the time, I would tell you more of it, but I can sense that these rangers no longer appreciate our conversation. Aha! Well, let's then go deliver some quests. Now it's interesting concerning, of course, the whole thing about Harad, considering where we've been questing in the last couple of times. I know we've been in Amarul, which, whether you call that Harad or not, is probably a bit of opinion. Ah, alright, hello, Mando.
Though I know Aragorn not, a ranger will not lead you astray.
I do not know if I trust him, Pinelore. It could lessen the burden of the host of the West and leave Ithilien clear of their people. It is a ruse. They could lead the enemy's forces to our position. If it is truly means that a few Southrons will attempt to pass through Ithilien, I must allow it. Raise the banners as he asked, but begin with the trail far to the south from Ayenveren. Even if they follow it, they will not discover us. And if the Southron people's true, they will turn about at the sight of them and have no need to continue northwards. Be swift, my friend, for I desire to learn what the Southron knows about the enemy's designs in Ithilien. Alright, so plant banners of Farharad. Okay, so they're saying that they are from Farharad. Which leaves out Amarul, since Amarul is, well, near Harad, I guess, based on the maps. Aid for the enemy.
What tidings do you carry this day?
I hope it's enough to soothe their thirst for a time. I do not wish to offer them more than we can spare of our own, but water is plentiful in these lands. Let us hope that such a gesture gives them pause should they wish to attack us. All right. And finally,
Let us hope you bring glad tidings, friend.
I shall offer them no quarter if their kinsmen attack us again, but I will not have my men give in to fear or mere suspicion. Thank you, Pinelore. Let us hope that it doesn't come to that. Okay, so now, what do we got left? I need to... Oh yes, find a Mumok and plant some banners. I think the other side of this bridge would be a good place to start planting banners. So, just past it. So over the bridge, that means they'll be discouraged from coming along in this direction. So, where would be a good place for the first one? Ah! Look at this. Perfect location for a banner. Planted banners of Farharad to warn away Haradrim. Okay, good. So now let's head on down a little bit further. And let's place a second banner. Let's see, we need to find a good place for this. Maybe we can find some earth where I won't have to dig up very hard. Yeah, look at this. This looks like a perfect location. 2 banners. Good. Any more of these around here? Ah! Looks like a perfect location. There you go. So then as soon as I plant all these, I guess I'll have to head up north and then start to look for a Mumok. I was getting ready to head up to the north where I could meet that Mumok. But first I need to get to Marrow. And some of that is right around where this bear is located, I think. Rude! Now, where was I? Oh, yes. I think the Marrow Root is actually close to where I was before, so let's see if I could find some of this. Ah! Look at that. Marrow Root. Well, looks like a big bush to me, but I suppose there are probably going to be roots below it. I mean, that's true with plants in general, I believe. So, I want to be able to collect 10 of these. That's going to be enough to feed an elk. Oh, yes, that's right. I think they found all that there's to find on this side of the river, so let's try the other side. and see if we can find any more. We're going to need a great deal of this stuff. That does not look like marrow root. How about over here? Of course, we have lots of bushes. Would there be another type of bush that they'd like? Well, here we go. I'll see if we can find any more of it. I think that I've reached the right spot. Now the question is, where is it? I will presume anything that large is going to be patrolling a large area. Well, there are orcs here. The last thing I want to do is be distracted by orcs while I am trying to deal with a Mumak. Let's see if I can find it anywhere at all. Oh, hold on. Unfortunately, we seem to have some enemy forces that also have decided to come into the area. I hope I don't have to fight the Mumak. I had enough trouble with them as it was during the battle. Well, let's see. So far, no sign of it. Hold on. Oh, no, no. that was a tree. I thought it was a huge tusk. It was a tree. Oh boy. That could make quite some interesting stories. How do you tell a tree from a Mumak? Well, I guess that I was about to say the tree when it moved, but then hold on. I've encountered enough walking trees in my times around here that perhaps it's not the best thing to say. Well, how about down this way? Of course, these hawks are just going to make things more difficult. Now, is this anywhere around here? Hello? I would have thought that anything that size I wouldn't be able to miss. But this is Pine Leaf. I can miss anything. Yeah. No problem at all. Let's try a little bit to the west. Weave our way around here. This place is enough full of brush where you could probably hide an elephant. Who's in trouble there? Oh. Well. It's gonna take a lot longer if I have to fight every little bird that's in the area. That's a bear, not an elephant. Okay. No, that's a lion, not an elephant. Oh, hold on. No, I think that's a bear. It's too small to be an elephant. All right. Really? Well, I'll just deal with you. Well. Now. Yoo-hoo! Anyone home? Well, I can't see everything that's down here, so I guess I'll just have to continue down the hill. And hope that the trees don't hide whatever it is. Oh, I think I found it! You have found Lokuahi, but keep your distance. Yeah, that might be a good idea. So what do? Oh, crack the marrow on a stone to the north. Okay, that'd be up here. Is this a good enough stone? When they said to crack it onto a stone to the north, I didn't think they meant this far to the north. Is this the stone in question? Oxlip. Where's the stone? Oh, this stone. Well, here we go. Keep moving. Right. You just hear the thing behind you. Boom, 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 boom. So let's head up a little. They could smell these things a mile away. Very good nose. Well, considering the size of it. Let's see. How about they crack on? It really had me go a long distance between stones. That's all I gotta say. And let's see. Where is stone number 2? Ah! Well, it's not like it's the size of an elephant or anything like that. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Let's see. We've got this worm to worry about, so let's deal with that. Okay, one less worm to worry about. Now, let's find another stone and let's get this beast to a location where we hope it won't endanger anyone. So let's head up along here. We're going through the wilds of Ithilien, trying to look for a route for an elephant. So we're trying to take him into the swamp or something like this. Oh, well. Let's give it one less cat to worry about. Not that I think that a Moonwalk would be in much danger from a cat. I could just see the elephant going, cat? What cat? Well, now, alright, here we go. Here is the third. Oh, yeah, there it is, right over there. Okay, this time I'll do a preemptive strike. So, next. Crack further northwest. Okay, further northwest. That'll be down there. Really? Oh well. I suppose I could jump down. Didn't even crack an ankle. Well, that's good. I hope. There you go. I didn't have to worry about any combat or anything like that. So, I was about to say I hope that thing could swim, but then again, it probably could just walk across the stream and not worry about it, right? At least, that's what I'm going to assume at the moment. See, I'm a hobbit, therefore it's any stream I'll need to swim, right? There you go. Now, where is the... Ah, there it is. Oh. Hey. You go after that. Just cleared away. Fine. Ouch. Next. Alright. And continue into the marshes. This is a long trip. Very long trip. Well, at least I'm reaching the marshes. There you go. Let's get down here safely. Ah, yes, that looks like a perfect spot. Right down over there. Assuming, of course, that we could survive all the wolf attacks, the bird attacks, the cat attacks. Ah, yeah, there it is. I lost the stone for a moment. There you go. Alright. Crack my root on the stone in the far marshes of the Nindolf and coax him towards the... Okay. So now I gotta coax. You should offer the remaining Mara root to Lokiaki to coax him towards... Okay. As you approach Lokiaki, he makes no attempt to attack or flee. In fact, the beast seems docile and perhaps a bit hungry. Lokiaku's trunk meanders about you, searching curiously for the marrow root that you bear. You offer what little remains of the marrow root that you've gathered, and as he chews it, he shakes his head about and is almost in playful gesture. You point towards the marshlands to the northwest, and Lokiaki seems to understand your command. Lokiaki gently brushes you with his trunk, nearly knocking you off your feet, and then begins to wander into the shallows of the marsh. All right. Oops. Okay, I had to go the other way. There we go. So long. Farewell. Bye. Well, I suppose we should get back to camp. Which is where I'll meet you when we return for the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.